Hey everyone, Fred here, and I'm excited to bring you another market update for the City of Toronto. In today's video, we'll dive into how Toronto's real estate market did in the month of April, and see how it stacks up against previous performance. So if you're curious about the state of the residential real estate market in Toronto right now, stick around and I'll fill you in on all the details. Toronto has kicked off the second quarter of 2023 with a bang. An unexpected bang, to say the least, because things have really picked up. And after a bit of a lackluster performance in March, April was looking like it was going to follow suit. The first half of the month was pretty slow, even through the Easter break, and it had many of us concerned. But then out of nowhere, the last 2 weeks of April saw a huge surge in activity. Buyers who had been waiting on the sidelines suddenly jumped back into the market in a big way. Now the question is, can this momentum last? Well, we'll talk about that in a bit. But first, let's dive into the numbers and take a look at how the market performed last month. As always, we'll be focusing on month-over-month figures and year-over-year figures, and we'll compare this year's numbers to 2021 as well. This should give us a clearer picture of what's really going on in the market, instead of solely focusing on comparisons that involve inflated figures of 2022. So that being said, let's get right into it and look at what happened in April. The average price in the City of Toronto, reported by the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, rocketed to $1,120,352, once again surpassing the 1.1 million threshold for the first time since dropping below this mark in July of last year. This is up 6.2% month over month, yet down 9.9% from 2022. Now let me remind everyone that Toronto's average price hit an all-time peak of $1,243,070 in April of 2022. So the fact that it's down 9.9% is not surprising, and not all that bad in comparison. So in hopes of making more sense of where we actually stand, let's compare it to April of 2021, where the average price was $1,088,021, which is an increase of 3%. Oh, and in case you're wondering, when we compare it to 2020, the average price is up 27.1%. But that was during our first full month of lockdown, so 27.1% is also a bit inflated. Now let's look at number of new listings, and just a heads up, this is where things get a bit alarming. TRREB recorded 4,389 new listings in April, an increase of 1.6% month over month. But when compared to 2022, it's a decrease of 28.8%, and even more concerning, it's a drop of 41.3% compared to 2021. Now, as we're all aware, we've been facing inventory challenges within the GTA for a while now. So these numbers are not surprising, but still not very comforting. Demand is growing each and every month, yet supply is dwindling. So what can we expect as a result of all this? Well, as we've just seen, prices are likely to go up. But that's not all. We're also likely to see more multiple offer scenarios, and I'll get into more detail about that at the end of this video. Next, let's look at the number of sales. There were 2,735 properties sold in March, which is an increase of 8.5% month over month, yet a decrease of 9.6% year over year. It's also down 41.7% compared to 2021. Let's now drill down into the different housing types and analyze how each segment performed. But before we do, are you enjoying this video so far? Do you find it informative? If so, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. By doing so, you'll get our content out to more people just like you who want to learn more about real estate. It only takes a few seconds, and it would mean so much to me. Now let's get right back into it and examine what happened with different housing types. First, we'll look at detached homes, where the average price in Toronto was recorded at $1,787,752 in April. This is up 4.6% month over month and down 8.2% compared to 2022. But it's up 5.2% compared to 2021. There were 767 detached homes sold, up 15.2% month over month, yet down 11.6% year over year, and down 42% from 2021. The average price for semi-detached homes was recorded at $1,326,462, up 5.1% from March and down 11.3% year over year. When compared to 2021, it's up 1.3%. There were 232 semi-detached homes sold last month, up 14.9% month over month and down 25.4% year over year. It's also down a whopping 52.4% compared to 2021. Townhomes in the City of Toronto experienced a resurgence after having struggled in the month of March. The average price in April hit $1,053,864, an increase of 8.2% month over month, and a decrease of merely 3% year over year. And when compared to 2021, the average price increased 11.8%. This is the best performing category pertaining to average price. However, it's a slightly different story when it comes to the number of units sold. There were 268 townhomes sold in April, an increase of 16.5% month over month. But it's a decrease of 20% year over year, and a huge decrease of 53.6% compared to 2021. Lastly, let's look at condos where the average price hit $751,916, increasing 2.6% month over month and a decrease of 8.4% year over year. And when compared to 2021, condo prices increased by 3.4%. There were 1,453 condos sold in the city last month, up 3% month over month, but it's down 2.4% year over year and down 36.2% versus 2021. As an added bonus to this month's update, I'm going to touch on months of inventory for a second. Currently, we're sitting at 2.5 months of inventory. And you're probably saying, okay, what's that mean? Well, without getting too technical, months of inventory, or MOI, is used to determine whether we're experiencing a seller's market, a buyer's market, or a balanced market. And here's how it works. Months of inventory equals active listings at the end of the month divided by total sales for the same month. If the result is between 1 and 3, then it's considered a seller's market. If the result is between 4 and 6, then it's considered a balanced market. And anything above 7 is considered a buyer's market. The reason why I bring this up is because over the past few years, we've been experiencing a seller's market. And back in December, as we all looked ahead to 2023, there was a lot of talk about whether we might be shifting towards a buyer's market. Most people thought we had seen the end of the seller's market, and many still think that. But based on recent activity we've seen, I believe they're wrong. I see us in a seller's market for the remainder of the year. With the recent interest rate hold, buyers are once again looking for properties and have jumped back into the market. Of course, the downside to this is that there is still a shortage of inventory, which is driving up prices. And I expect them to continue rising gradually for the rest of 2023, barring any major global events like, a pandemic. The shortage of available homes is causing another trend to reemerge: multiple offer scenarios. With more and more buyers flooding into the market, there are simply not enough homes for sale to quench their appetite. As a result, when a desirable property does come to market, multiple buyers will likely be interested in making an offer. This will obviously lead to bidding wars and multiple offers being made on the same property. This brings me to my next point. Being prepared for multiple offer scenarios is absolutely crucial. That's why it's so important to choose the right realtor, someone who has experience with these situations and knows the right strategies to use. Otherwise, you could potentially be at risk. Experienced realtors like myself have a game plan when it comes to multiple offers and always put your best interest first. They will provide you with valuable advice and guidance and help you make informed decisions as either a buyer or a seller while mitigating potential risks. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a property, it's essential that you work with the right real estate representative. With their expertise and support, you can ensure the best possible outcome for you and your loved ones. Well, that wraps up our Toronto real estate market update for this month. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. And as always, if you have any further questions or you need advice on how to navigate the market during these very interesting times, please don't hesitate to reach out in the comments below. Or you can visit my website at fredrenna.com. I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.